Hey guys, how's it going? So today's a little bit of a different video. Today I'm going to be talking about sort of milestone to drawdown and a plan behind it. So I wanted to document this because I thought it would be very useful to see it not only for yourselves but for myself as well, because then we can obviously track the way we move. So essentially, one of the most important things about growing an account isn't just basically getting from, for example, we're using a 200k account as an example, so 10% on that would be 220,000, and then minus 10% on that would be 180,000. So the great thing about this isn't you're not just taking a assessment, you're basically growing your account in milestones in order to get there. But obviously you can skip milestones as well, but you cannot skip milestones on the way down, right? So this is a very interesting one because there's multiple different ways that you can manage your risk, which I think is extremely important, handling this area, because there's so many reasons why you can fall into these drawdown levels. But in terms of growing, we're also going to cover that because it's also equally as important. So this is the way that I kind of see, and I've been finding it easier to pass assessments, is mainly because I've broken it down into milestones, and then I'm not looking at it as, oh, I need to make 20k, especially when you're down here at, let's say, minus 10,000, and now you're thinking to yourself, wow, I need to make 30,000 without losing 10,000, right? You then put some sort of difficult image into your head and you make it a lot more difficult. Whereas if you look at it as milestones, you're looking at, okay, I'm at 190,000, which is technically minus 10,000 off your original starting balance of 200,000. I'm only looking to milestone get back to 2,500, and then from there get to 5,000 and so forth. Now, likewise with these, where you can just basically skip milestones, essentially you can skip them on the way up, but you can't skip them on the way down, vice versa. So we're going to talk about that now. So I've set up a little document where I've kind of broken it down, so we're just going to skip into that. Amazing. So I've titled this one my 200k assessment plan. So essentially it starts at £200,000, as you just saw, and we're basically going to be making our way on the way up. So before we talk about moving forward, let's talk about going back down. So keeping it very, very simple, there's multiple ways you can do this, and it's really how you want to play with the maths, but I've broken it down into small little parts, right? In order for me to get from 2000 to minus 197,500, which is minus 2,500, I need to then think about what's an appropriate risk to be using, which will then prevent me from getting to that point, right? So essentially what I'm looking at is 0.25%, which is essentially $500. So in order for me to get to this milestone low, it means that I have to lose 5 consecutive trades, and then it will put me in this category, and then to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. So what I've decided from advice that I've taken from my mentor as well is that just stick with 0.25%, right? Obviously you can play with risk a little bit. You can, 0.25 and then increase it a little bit if you want to, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of increasing risk as you get lower. Truthfully, I think decreasing risk is better. So I know some people, what they tend to do is they start with 0.5% risk, and then if they go down, then they'll stick with it, and then if they end up in, let's say, 2 or 3% drawdown, then they'll decrease from there. But I'm not really a true believer of that now from experience. I think the best thing to do is just stick with low risk, and then when you get to a certain milestone, for me it's over here, then you can increase. So in some ways, yes, it does take longer to get to the 20,000 target up here if you do fall into drawdown, but it's just a part of the game. You've got to really work your way to fix what you've made mistakes on. And the great thing about it is, within all of this drawdown period, there's going to be a whole bunch of lessons that you're going to take that's going to enable you to eventually come back, try again, and actually do better the next time forward. So let's get straight into it. So As we scroll down, I've split into two categories. The first category over here is basically the milestones category, where essentially this is the category when we're on the way up, and then this is the drawdown category. So the drawdown category, I kept it very, very simple for the simple being of this video, and also because I stick to this. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to document a 200k assessment as well. I just think it will be very, very useful, not only for myself, but for you, to actually just see how somebody can go from starting an assessment to maybe even falling into drawdown, getting out of drawdown, and then potentially even hitting the 20,000 target, which is the target, right? For me, at my capabilities, I think it's almost very unlikely that I'm going to reach the 40 minus 40%. Even with a little bit of over trading, some emotions that could fall in there, I will have more than enough time to correct that behavior, fix it, and then move back up. Now, the thing about this is there's not going to be as frequent videos to it, because of the simple reason being is I'm not going to be taking trades every single day. It's not how I trade. Obviously, my trading abilities consist of a lot of patience and basically waiting for the markets. So I'm not scalping and I'm not day trading. I'm kind of more so positioning myself at the right time, given the right amount of data that is backing up my thesis. So without going too much into strategy, let's talk about drawdown. So what we're looking at over here is from 2000, I'm going to be sticking at 0.25%. So the condition here is if the starting balance falls below 200,000, then I have to stick with 0.25% until I get to plus 5,000 profit, right? Ensuring that I bring the balance back to break even at the main priority. So if I fall below here, we then fall into one of these categories, right? Anywhere below. Stick to minus 0.25% until I reach break even. Okay, so if I fall anywhere below, I'll have to stick with 0.25% to get to break even. Now, if I go below 197,500, I will stick with the same amount of risk throughout, but I will ensure that I work hard to aggressively get back to this milestone target, right? So how this is actually working if I fall into each category, I will aggressively work my way back into these areas. When I say aggressive, I don't mean aggressively trade. I mean aggressively manage myself to get back into these areas. Now, the only downside is, yes, I may choke a few trades here and there, but the main priority isn't to pass the assessment at this point. It's actually to just get my way back up to my starting balance to then reset this whole process, okay? So I hope that made a lot of sense. But if you just want me to go through this from reassessing the assessment if failed, at that point there you would have had all of this journaled, and you would have had to lose, in a sense, 40 consecutive trades, because you'd be taking minus 0.25%, which is essentially 5 trades. Each 5 trades would then amount into falling into another category below, and then eventually, if you took 40 consecutive losses, which that would entail, would then essentially leave you with losing the account. But at that point as well, think about the amount of mistakes, invalid trades, things about your behaviors you would have learned. There's a huge amount of lessons there. So don't see this as a get rich quick scheme. See this more as I'm going to learn a huge amount from just taking an assessment and basically just trying to work my way towards my profit target. So I think this is actually, this should be 20%. No, it's fine. Yeah. Okay, I hope the maths is right on that, because I only just briefly quickly did it. Now we're going to talk about the profit. So as you can see, everything is running in 2,500 increments, which is essentially the way that I've structured this. So it doesn't technically have to work in these increments, but because I'm trading with 0.25% risk, I've actually structured it this way, right? In fact, like I said, a lot of these steps can be skipped, and most probably they will be, and this can be reached pretty quickly as well. But equally, the way it's structured is you can't really fall that quickly. You can grow quick, but you can't fall quick, and that's the main sort of way to see this. So we're kind of gamifying the whole situation here. We're not looking at it as, okay, we're trying to get 20,000. It's, okay, we're going to gradually get there, right? But following a very good level of risk management. But then at the same time, if we do fall down and we fall into drawdown, then we're going to know how to manage it really well. So it's going straight into the milestone plan. So what we can see over here is the starting balance is 200,000. We're going to trade with minus 0.25% risk, which is equivalative to minus $500 because this is a dollar account. Each 5% milestone of 0.25%, right, will then take me to the next level, right? Call it level 2. Maybe I should have put levels in there. Then at that point there, equally again, we'll be still trading with 0.25 until we build a 5k buffer, right? So how it will be working between here and here, I'll be more aggressive as we reach 2.5k profit. Not really worried about choking a trade too much, but if I can see the higher picture, it is what it is because I'm trying to build the buffer. That's the main priority at this point. Once my buffer has been built, what I'm going to be doing is then I'm going to actually then when I get to the 2.5k the 5k top balance, right, where I've got 205k, so I'm basically at this point here, at that point there I'm going to increase my risk, right, because I can at that point, which essentially means that if I stick at 0.5%, it means that I'm risking 1,000 per trade. So if I lose 5 consecutive trades, I will then be back at square one, which I don't want to do. So the way I've structured it is I've built a 5k buffer, I've increased risk to minus 0.5% until I reach 2.5k profit. So I'm sticking with that because I've still got my milestones. Doesn't mean I'm going to close it at 2.5k profit, but it means that I'm going to be consciously more aggressive. If the balance decreases below the 5k buffer, then I'm going to reduce risk again, right? So in this case, if I lose $1,000 and it puts me at $204,000, my risk is going to go back to minus 0.25% until I get back to this buffer. Then at that point there, when I get back to the buffer, I take a trade again, let's say, and let's say that trade runs for 4%, right? If that's the case, then I've actually skipped a step because I'm aiming at this point here to, well, I haven't skipped it quite yet, but let's say it's 5%. I make 5% on that trade, and I'm trading $1,000 risk per trade, so each percent is $1,000. I've made 5%, it actually pushes me back into this category here, so I actually increase my risk again. But if for any reason I made $2,000, $2,000, $3,000, and I'm in this category, I'm still sticking with minus 0.5%, but I'm only decreasing it if I fall below here. So essentially at this point here, I've still got a bit more of a buffer because I'm still above 205,000. And then when I finally get to 210,000, that's when I've built a 10k buffer. So then I can consciously say, I'm happy to increase my risk to 0.75%, right? Which is equivalative to $1,500. So until the balance reaches plus 10k, then I'm going to be aggressive, right? If not, if it falls below, then I'm going to go back to trading with 0.5. Simple as that. Obviously at this point, if I lose one trade, then it sets me back anyway, right? And I'm not going to keep at 0.75% risk, because then after, call it about 5 trades, I'm going to be all the way back down here. So I don't want to fall from 210,000 all the way back to 202,000. I want to ensure that if I lose a trade, I'm going to go back here, decrease risk, and then if I'm on a losing streak, I'm going to slowly drip back into these areas. But I'm not going to just jump into a big drop, because that's where self-sabotage and so many different areas of trading, due to many different circumstances, can pull you back down. And it's happened to me multiple times, and I'll be honest with you, it's not a really nice thing to feel, because you work really hard to get there, but then suddenly you don't have a drawdown plan, and then you fall from, let's say, 210,000 all the way down to minus 180. If you have a plan like this in place, you can't do that. It's really, really difficult to do that, but you're building a strong discipline around this risk management, okay? So now we're at 210,000. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be increasing our risk to 0.75% risk until we reach another 10k. Well, until we actually hit the profit target. So I haven't actually chose to opt in for a 1% risk. Some people could, some people can't. They might want to, but in this case, let's just put this at 1%. Let's just say that we go to 1% as we reach this point. I don't see it necessary, but then you'd be having 2k risk per trade, and then in a matter of 3%, you'd basically hit your target. That's completely fine too. But like I said, I don't see it necessary. I don't see that we have to increase the risk. If we have something which is sustainable and we're not risking too much, then we can stick with it. If for any reason it's not sustainable, then we don't have to. But this is the thing. Once again, remember, we're not aiming to go step by step. Sometimes we can take a trade here and we can come all the way over here, right? We can even take our first trade right over here with 0.5% risk, and let's say that trade runs for 10%. That puts us all the way in this category here. So we've actually missed all of this, and now we've just jumped to this point, right? But how would we know what we need to risk, and how would we know because we have a plan in place? That's why, right? Now, obviously you can see that we're trading this. I'm still being aggressive as we reach each milestone target, because I'm trying to gradually get to this point here, right? In order for me to get to that point there, I need to follow this plan really, really well. So that's basically it. You can see that each milestone at the start, it's going to require me to make 5% in order for me to get to this point, and then again 5% to get to this point. But then when I get the 5k buffer, it only takes me 2.5% to get to the next milestone, and then equally again to the next milestone. And then you can see, once again, if I'm trying to get to the next milestone, I don't need to make 2.5 or 5% anymore. It's basically 1.87%, 1.87%. It becomes very, very easy. So just want you to bear that in mind, that when you've broken it down like this, you can see that it's much easier. As you can see on the drawdown, in order for me to get to each category low, I need to lose 5% each time. All right. Equally, to get back up though, I'm going to have to make 5%. So this is obviously something that you have to bear in mind, that during these periods, you don't want to just keep trading. You want to realize that every time you get to each low milestone, you want to reassess, go over your trades, study them, do a deep advanced self-review on your trades and everything you did, and then you want to take it from there. So guys, it was quite a short video today, but I thought it would be useful to cover that because that's what I've been working on. I've been through a lot of accountability calls and jumping back and forth and doing a bunch of other stuff, so I didn't actually post a video yesterday, but I'll still get on it. Don't worry, we're not going to miss all 30 videos. We're still going to crack on with it. So yeah, I hope this video was really useful. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below, or you can reach out to me on Instagram. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.